The sun beams down on a flawless suburban house, its white picket fence gleaming under the clear sky. A meticulously kept garden bursts with vibrant colors, a testament to perfect domesticity. Children on bicycles pedal past, their joyful laughter echoing in the idyllic morning air. Neighbors exchange friendly waves, their smiles reflecting the serene, unremarkable peace of the street. Every detail of this scene whispers of an ordinary, peaceful existence, deceptively calm. Samantha, a young woman, sits on her bed, bathed in the soft glow of sunlight streaming through her window. Dust motes dance in the golden light, a silent ballet in the quiet room. Her fingers scroll aimlessly across her phone screen, a subtle frown etched upon her face. Framed photos and quirky trinkets adorn her neatly kept room, hinting at a life lived, albeit a quiet one. A soft, almost imperceptible sigh escapes her lips, a clear sign of profound ennui. Her gaze drifts, lost in thought, as the sunlight illuminates her quiet contemplation. Samantha glides down the hallway, a light bounce in her step, the silence of the house, a stark contrast to her youthful energy. Her eyes drift to the framed family photos, a mosaic of smiling faces and perfect holiday memories adorning the wall. A phantom whisper of her mother's voice echoes in her mind. "There's an old photo album in the attic, dear." The images of a perfectly normal family history shimmer, hinting at unspoken stories hidden beneath the surface. Samantha pulls a string, and with a thunderous thud, an attic staircase descends, kicking up a cloud of ancient dust. A flicker of apprehension crosses Samantha's face, her eyes fixed on the dusty, creaky steps. With a spark of adventure, she takes the first step, the old wood groaning beneath her weight. Each creak of the stairs echoes the unknown as Samantha ascends into the attic's dusty embrace. Sunlight, thick with dancing dust motes, streams through a small, grimy attic window. Samantha navigates through a chaotic landscape of forgotten furniture. Covered boxes and cobweb-draped relics fill the space, hinting at forgotten memories. She pushes aside a stack of old magazines, her determined search beginning. Her eyes scan the dusty shelves, seeking the elusive photo album. In the dusty attic, Samantha strains with visible effort, her muscles taut as she grapples with a massive, ancient trunk. The heavy trunk scrapes loudly across the rough wooden floorboards, a jarring sound disturbing decades of silence. A cloud of ancient dust billows around the trunk, disturbed by its relentless movement. As the trunk inches forward, a faint, intriguing outline beneath a warped floorboard catches Samantha's eye. Her gaze narrows, fixed on the subtle anomaly in the wood, a hint of something hidden. A flicker of curiosity and determination crosses Samantha's face as she considers the discovery. In the dusty, dim attic, Samantha kneels amid swirling motes, a cloud of forgotten memories rising around her. Her fingers, guided by an unseen force, meticulously trace the aged edges of a narrow, wooden trapdoor. A rusted metal handle, a forgotten relic, protrudes stubbornly from the trapdoor's surface, hinting at secrets below. A deep furrow creases Samantha's brow, her confusion palpable as she stares at the unfamiliar hidden entry. A sense of bewildered discovery washes over her, an unspoken question hanging heavy in the silent, dusty air. In the dusty attic, Samantha's initial confusion gives way to a surge of undeniable curiosity. Her hand reaches out, gripping the cold, rusted handle of the hidden trapdoor with a firm resolve. With a determined pull, Samantha begins to lift the heavy trapdoor, anticipation etched on her face. A long, drawn-out groan echoes through the quiet attic as the trapdoor slowly creaks open, revealing its secrets. The ominous sound of the groaning trapdoor reverberates, heightening the tension of the unseen world below. A dark void gapes beneath the trapdoor, a narrow staircase plunging into absolute blackness. A sudden, icy draft rushes upwards, carrying the chilling scent of damp earth and ancient decay. Samantha shivers, the cold air raising goosebumps on her skin as an unsettling premonition washes over her. A prickle of unease crawls up her spine, a silent warning against the darkness below. She hesitates at the precipice, her gaze fixed on the ominous abyss, a sense of dread deepening within her. Samantha stands at the attic's edge, her body a testament to indecision, battling an unseen force. Her brow furrows in doubt, then smooths, then tenses again. A silent war etched on her face. A fleeting flicker of uncertainty crosses her features, swiftly banished by a defiant glint in her eyes. Curiosity, an irresistible tide, sweeps away her hesitations, pulling her towards the unknown. Samantha's face is illuminated by the glow of her phone, reflecting her unwavering determination. A focused beam of light from her phone cuts through the oppressive darkness, revealing the open trapdoor. She takes a deep, fortifying breath, bracing herself for the unknown descent into the abyss. The shadows dance around her as she prepares to step into the ominous void below. Samantha's hand trembles slightly as she reaches for the cold, rough banister of the ancient staircase. Her foot descends, slowly, onto the first wooden step, a faint creak echoing in the oppressive silence. Each subsequent step groans louder, a chilling symphony of protest beneath her weight, amplifying the tension. The confined space seems to swallow the sounds, pressing in on her as she ventures deeper into the unknown. Her flashlight beam, a solitary beacon, dances erratically, revealing only more impenetrable darkness ahead. With each creak, the shadows lengthen, and the chilling silence of the underground staircase envelops her. Stone steps disappear into an oppressive darkness, the air growing noticeably colder with every descent. Samantha's breath plumes in the narrow beam of her phone's light, a fleeting cloud in the heavy gloom. The familiar sounds of the house above are completely muted, swallowed by the increasing chill. A rhythmic, unnerving creak of ancient wooden stairs echoes with each step Samantha takes. The unseen weight of the darkness presses in, each breath a struggle against the overwhelming cold. Samantha's foot connects with the cold, damp stone, a jarring end to the makeshift wooden stairs. Beyond the stairs, a long, narrow tunnel stretches into the darkness, carved roughly into the earth. The walls of the tunnel are rough and uneven, a testament to its ancient, crude construction. The air hangs heavy and thick, permeated by the scent of ancient soil and stagnant water. A profound silence envelops Samantha, broken only by the drip of unseen water as she gazes into the abyss. A single piercing beam of a flashlight slices through the absolute darkness of an underground tunnel. The light sweeps across rough, uneven rock walls, revealing their ancient, man-made origins. Every stone in the tunnel whispers tales of forgotten eras, its history etched into the very rock itself. The dirt floor, a silent testament to countless journeys, is marred by impossibly old footprints. These impressions of ancient footsteps tell a story of those who walked this subterranean passage long ago. The tunnel, a relic of time, holds its secrets close, illuminated only by the fleeting beam of light. Samantha steps into the underground tunnel, her every slow footstep echoing unnervingly against the damp, ancient stone. The tunnel stretches before her, twisting and turning into an unseen, unimaginable distance, a labyrinth of shadows. A strange, unsettling sensation washes over her, a profound feeling of being utterly out of place. The heavy air presses in, amplifying the eerie silence, broken only by her hesitant breath. She feels like an intruder, a trespasser in a forgotten realm, each echo a warning. Her gaze sweeps the dimly lit path, a silent plea for an end to the unsettling journey. A low, guttural rumble echoes through the underground tunnel, vibrating through the earth beneath my feet. The sound is like distant thunder, but from deep underground, growing louder with each passing moment. I freeze, my heart pounding in my chest, every nerve on edge as the ominous sound fills the air. My flashlight beam trembles in my shaking hand, casting erratic shadows on the damp tunnel walls. The air grows heavy with an unseen presence, a chilling premonition of what lurks in the darkness ahead. The deep rumble fades into an unsettling hush, leaving Samantha alone in the echoing underground tunnel. A nervous, hollow laugh escapes her lips, betraying the fear she tries to mask. Her eyes dart wildly, desperately searching the shadows for reassurance, her disbelief palpable. She whispers, her voice strained, "Just old pipes. a desperate attempt to rationalize the unknown. Deep within the underground tunnel, the air hangs heavy with the scent of damp earth, a primal aroma of hidden depths. Minutes stretch into an eternity as we press onward, the claustrophobic rock walls pressing in, relentless. Suddenly, the raw, unyielding rock gives way to meticulously crafted ancient masonry, a testament to forgotten hands. The rough-hewn tunnel transforms, revealing a path of exquisitely laid stones, hinting at a civilization long past. From the profound darkness ahead, a soft, ethereal glow begins to pulse, a mystical beacon in the gloom. The mysterious light beckons, drawing us deeper into the unknown, a silent, irresistible call to adventure. Samantha emerges from the narrow tunnel, her boots echoing on the damp stone floor, into an unknown expanse. She steps into a vast, hidden underground chamber, the air thick with an almost palpable energy. Her eyes widen in disbelief as she slowly turns, taking in the monumental sight before her. Her jaw drops, a silent gasp escaping as the sheer scale of the chamber stuns her into awe. The air crackles around her, charged with an ancient, powerful presence that tingles on her skin. In a vast underground chamber, towering wooden bookshelves, dark with age, stretch from floor to ceiling. They are packed tightly with thick, leather-bound books, silent sentinels of forgotten knowledge. A thick layer of dust blankets every surface, hinting at centuries of undisturbed existence. The air hangs heavy with the scent of ancient paper and the stillness of time itself. In the dimly lit underground chamber, the air hangs heavy with the scent of damp earth and ancient paper. A massive, ornate wooden desk dominates the center, a silent testament to past endeavors. Its surface is a chaotic sprawl of scattered papers and brittle, aged journals. Complex diagrams, meticulously drawn in faded ink, hint at profound, unfinished work. The disarray whispers of a sudden, hurried departure, as if its occupant vanished mid-thought. In the eerie underground chamber, Samantha approaches a desk, her gaze fixed on the ancient journals. Her hand trembles slightly as she reaches for a journal, the air thick with anticipation and dread. The leather of the journal is cracked and dry, a testament to its forgotten history. She touches the brittle pages, sensing the profound weight of time and untold stories within. An overwhelming sense of history emanates from the journal, pulling her deeper into its secrets. In the underground chamber, Samantha carefully opens the ancient journal, its pages filled with an ominous aura. Her eyes widen at the sight of strange, intricate symbols and circular patterns covering the yellowed pages. She scans meticulous notes, detailing dark rituals, a cold dread beginning to coil in her stomach. The words on the page seem to writhe, tightening a knot of fear within her as she reads on. A growing sense of horror washes over Samantha, her face pale as the disturbing secrets unfold before her. In the dimly lit underground chamber, her eyes race across the ancient, faded parchment, devouring the text. A sharp gasp escapes her lips, her eyes widening in a sudden, horrifying realization. Her family's last name, eerily familiar, appears repeatedly, a chilling echo from the past. Each mention inextricably links them to the ominous Order of the Hollow Circle, a terrifying revelation. In the oppressive silence of the underground chamber, Samantha's heart pounds a frantic drumbeat against her ribs. Her fingers fly across the brittle pages of an ancient journal, each turn revealing more secrets. Faded script details clandestine gatherings and the shadowy figures of guardians, protecting a profound mystery. An ancient, powerful secret is interred beneath the very foundations of the house. The underground chamber is cold, still, and heavy, with the scent of damp earth and something ancient, a palpable chill in the air. Faded, indecipherable writings cover the stone walls, some scrawled with a chilling urgency, their secrets long buried. Among the ancient script, stark warning messages about a gate that must remain sealed forever are discernible. The words themselves hum with primordial fear, a terror that echoes through generations, a haunting whisper from the past. In the oppressive underground chamber, Samantha shakes her head, trying to dislodge the unsettling truths that now weigh heavily on her mind. The air itself feels dense, pressing in on her as she grapples with the shocking revelations. Her mind races, struggling to reconcile the impossible with what she has just learned. A desperate denial escapes her lips. This has to be some kind of weird family prank. Suddenly, a violent tremor shakes the underground chamber, rattling ancient stones and awakening dormant fears. Dust, thick and suffocating, rains down from the ceiling in a swirling, ominous cloud. Heavy, leather-bound books, once silent sentinels, now tremble precariously on their shelves. With a series of loud, jarring thuds, several volumes tumble from their perches. They crash onto the unforgiving stone floor, their pages splaying open like startled wings. The air vibrates with the echoes of their fall, a testament to the chamber's sudden, terrifying upheaval. A sharp, panicked cry tears through the underground chamber, echoing eerily in the confined space. Samantha stumbles backward, her body recoiling from an unseen, terrifying threat. A flashlight beam, a frantic dance, illuminates dust motes swirling in the air. Wildly, the light skips across the rough-hewn walls, revealing ancient, menacing shadows. Samantha's eyes, wide with sheer terror, dart around the chamber, seeking answers. Desperately, she searches for the source of the ground-shaking tremor that just seized the air. In the underground chamber, a solitary flashlight beam cuts through the oppressive darkness, searching for secrets. The light trembles, then steadies, revealing a previously unnoticed detail behind a dusty, ancient desk. Shadows cling to the wall, partially obscuring a massive iron door, its presence both ancient and ominous. The door is seamlessly built into the rough stone, a testament to forgotten craftsmanship and hidden purpose. Its surface, scarred by time, hints at untold ages and formidable strength, a barrier to untold mysteries. The air thickens with an unspoken tension as the silent iron door stands as a formidable challenge. The heavy iron door of the underground chamber looms, its surface cold and foreboding. Intricate, strange symbols are etched into the metal, forming unsettling circular patterns. A chilling familiarity washes over, the symbols disturbingly similar to the drawings in the forgotten journals. This undeniable truth confirms the terrifying reality, a silent scream trapped within the ancient iron. The underground chamber is a canvas of ancient stone, its air thick with the weight of untold centuries. In the very heart of a massive door, a circular indentation gleams, a perfect, smooth void without a keyhole. Its surface is an enigma, a silent challenge to those who dare approach. A faint, low humming begins, an almost imperceptible vibration trembling through the cold stone floor. The subtle sound deepens, growing more pronounced, a tremor in the very fabric of the chamber. The ominous hum vibrates through the stone, an unseen force awakening in the ancient depths. In the underground chamber, Samantha hesitates before a mysterious door, her face a canvas of conflicting emotions. Terror grips her heart, but an irresistible, dark curiosity compels her forward, her gaze fixed on the unknown. With each tentative step, the low, ominous humming intensifies, vibrating through the very air around her. She inches closer, drawn by an unseen force, stepping into the heart of the chamber's unsettling mystery. A sudden, violent tremor rips through the ancient underground chamber, rattling its very foundations. Behind her, dislodged by the earth's fury, a stark white sheet of paper begins its silent, swirling descent. It drifts softly, a fragile ghost against the dark, dust-laden air, finally settling on the stone floor. The crisp, clean rectangle of paper lies in stark contrast to the ancient dust that coats the chamber's floor. In the underground chamber's dim light, Samantha carefully picks up a piece of aged paper, her eyes scanning its surface. The handwriting on the paper is a frantic scramble, each stroke a testament to a moment of extreme panic. She notes the date at the top, a chilling revelation. Only 10 years old. A silent question hangs in the air as Samantha clutches the paper, a decade of mystery now in her hands. In the underground chamber, the ancient script seems to pulse with a dire warning as she reads the message. Her eyes widen in horror as the chilling words sink in. If you have found this chamber, then the house has failed. The grim message continues, revealing a desperate plea. The order is gone. We sealed the gate, but it weakens every year. A final, urgent command echoes in the chamber. Do not open the lower chamber. Guard the pendant. It is the only key. In the subterranean chamber, Samantha's voice is a strained whisper, her gaze fixed on the desk. Her eyes dart across the desk's surface, seeking an elusive clue hidden among the journals. A glint of metallic light catches her attention, a tiny beacon of hope or peril. Beside the open journals, a small metallic object shimmers with an otherworldly glow. Her breath hitches, the single word escaping her lips. Pendant? The chamber seems to hold its breath as Samantha awaits an answer, her heart pounding in the eerie silence. In the ominous underground chamber, a hand reaches out, its fingers brushing against a cold, metallic object. She grasps the object, revealing a pendant, its form, a hollow circle, ancient and unsettling. Her eyes widen, recognizing the chilling symbol carved into the massive, imposing iron door. The exact same symbol, a silent, terrifying echo of a forgotten past, now held in her trembling hand. A sudden, icy wave of dread washes over her, an invisible chill seizing her very soul. Her face pales, the realization of a profound, sinister connection dawning upon her with terrifying clarity. In the underground chamber, the pendant touches my hand, and a faint hum deepens into a powerful, low vibration. The stone floor beneath my feet begins to rattle violently, shaking the very foundations of the ancient chamber. The vibration intensifies, a raw power coursing through the air, threatening to tear the chamber apart. I stand amidst the chaos, the pendant glowing fiercely, an epicenter of uncontrolled, ancient energy. In the underground chamber, an oppressive silence hangs heavy, broken only by the drip of unseen water. A faint, chilling, scraping sound echoes from behind the immense iron door, a whisper of dread. The sound grows, a dragging, grinding horror, suggesting something colossal and unnatural stirs within the darkness. It is a sound of immense weight, an unseen entity shifting, threatening to breach the impenetrable barrier. The iron door shudders faintly, a silent testament to the terrifying power lurking just beyond sight. In the underground chamber, Samantha's breath hitches in her throat, her eyes widening at the terrifying door. Her gaze remains fixed on the ominous door, a silent scream of dread in her eyes. She slowly begins to back away, each step filled with a desperate, silent plea for escape. A single, resolute word escapes her lips. Nope. A stark defiance against the looming terror. In the underground chamber, the pendant in my hand begins to radiate an unearthly warmth. The warmth intensifies, becoming almost searing hot against my skin. An unseen, magnetic force emanates from the pendant, pulling me forward. I am drawn inexorably toward a circular indentation on the ancient iron door. The pendant vibrates, its pull undeniable, guiding me closer to the mysterious door. In the shadowy underground chamber, a palpable tension fills the air as she takes another step. Her hand trembles violently, a silent testament to the fear she battles within herself. Each movement is a struggle, her body moving against her conscious will, drawn by an unseen force. Her gaze is fixed, compelled forward by an irresistible urge, a whisper in her mind. She whispers to herself, a chilling justification for the unknown, just to see what happens. In the underground chamber, the ancient pendant touches the indentation, a silent trigger for untold power. Suddenly, the symbols etched into the iron door ignite with an ethereal, faint blue glow. The ancient metal of the door begins to pulsate, as if a dormant heart has been reawakened. The soft, otherworldly light illuminates the dusty chamber, revealing forgotten secrets. A sense of awe and anticipation fills the air as the door hums with newfound life. A deep, metallic click pierces the oppressive silence of the underground chamber. The sound reverberates, a final, irreversible pronouncement echoing off the cold stone walls. The massive door shudders, groaning under the weight of its own impending closure. A palpable sense of doom descends, sealing the chamber in an unyielding embrace. The heavy iron door grinds open, its screech echoing like a tormented spirit in the suffocating silence. A sliver of darkness reveals a chilling void, teeth on edge from the piercing sound. An ancient, freezing blast of air rushes forth, carrying a scent of forgotten ages and dread. The icy breath from the abyss promises untold secrets and a bone-deep chill. Samantha stumbles backward in the vast underground chamber, her heart a frantic drum against her ribs. The very ground beneath her feet begins to tremble, a deep, resonant vibration shaking the ancient chamber. Dust, like a ghostly rain, begins to fall from the vaulted ceiling above, obscuring her vision. The tremors intensify, threatening to bring the entire cavern crashing down around her. Samantha's eyes widen, reflecting the chaotic dance of falling debris and shifting shadows. The air thickens with dust and fear as the chamber groans under the relentless, violent shaking. In the eerie underground chamber, a sinister whisper slithers through the air, chilling me to the bone. The soft, insidious sound emanates from the narrow crack in the door, a terrifying invitation. My name, Samantha, is uttered with an unnerving familiarity, a cold dread seizing my heart. The whisper repeats, a ghostly echo in the confined space, its source unseen but felt. My blood runs cold, a sudden, paralyzing fear gripping me as the impossible truth dawns. No one knew I was here, yet my name hangs in the air, a terrifying secret revealed. The heavy chamber door groans, creaking open wider to reveal a deeper, terrifying abyss. The low hum intensifies, a menacing thrum vibrating through the very air. It erupts into a guttural roar, a primeval sound that shakes the chamber to its core. The very foundations tremble, the sound echoing a monstrous presence lurking within the blackness. In the oppressive gloom of the underground chamber, Samantha's knuckles gleam white as she clutches her pendant, a beacon against encroaching dread. Her eyes wide with terror, she recoils, a silent scream trapped in her throat as the darkness beyond the door stirs. The door, now gaping, reveals only deeper shadows, a void that seems to breathe with unseen menace. A colossal, unseen presence shifts within the black abyss, its movement a chilling whisper of true horror. Samantha's retreat is desperate. A dance with the unknown as pure terror propels her away from the gaping maw. In the oppressive darkness of the underground chamber, a solitary beam of light pierces the gloom. The flashlight's glow dances, revealing a towering, impossibly slender form rising from the floor. Its impossible height and unnatural thinness cast an unsettling shadow against the ancient stone. The stark light reveals a shape far too tall, far too alien to be of human origin. An ominous presence looms, its unnatural form dominating the hidden chamber in silent, chilling grandeur. In the subterranean darkness, a chilling whisper echoes, its sinister tone growing louder, filling the chamber. Samantha stands frozen, her breath caught, as the malevolent sound envelops her. The whisper intensifies, resonating with a knowing, ancient power, sealing her fate. Her eyes wide with terror, Samantha is paralyzed by the unseen presence. The disembodied voice hisses, accusingly, through the suffocating air. You opened it. The chamber itself seems to press in, a tomb of sound and dread, as Samantha faces her doom. Samantha's eyes widen in terror as she spins around, adrenaline coursing through her veins. Her feet pound against the ancient stone floor as she sprints toward the tunnel entrance, a desperate bid for freedom. A horrifying, guttural roar echoes through the chamber, a primal sound of pure menace. The massive door grinds open with a deafening screech, revealing the monstrous entity within. Samantha glances back, her face contorted in a mask of fear, the sound of the door bursting open filling her ears. She pushes harder, fueled by terror, the monstrous roar and grinding door propelling her desperate escape. In the oppressive darkness of the underground tunnel, A chilling, dragging scrape echoes, drawing terrifyingly near. The relentless, grating sound suggests an immense, unseen horror being pulled across the rough stone. Each agonizing scrape reverberates through the tunnel, a harbinger of unspeakable dread. The suffocating sound, now horrifyingly close, relentlessly pursues her through the claustrophobic passage. With every terrifyingly near drag, the air grows heavy with the presence of something colossal and malevolent. Samantha shivers, her breath misting in the frigid air as she desperately navigates the dark, echoing underground tunnel. The oppressive cold intensifies with each strange step she takes, a palpable dread clinging to her. A chilling, unseen gust of wind whips past her, raising goosebumps on her skin. She glances over her shoulder, a primal fear in her eyes, feeling the presence of an unleashed horror closing in. The icy blast seems to chase her, a relentless, freezing force pushing her further into the unknown depths. Samantha, face streaked with grime and terror, races through the twisting underground tunnel, not daring to look back. Her breath comes in ragged gasps, each one a desperate plea for air in the oppressive darkness. The damp tunnel walls echo with the growing, chilling symphony of her impending doom. The sounds of pursuit grow louder, closer, a relentless drumbeat against her frantic heart. She pushes forward, every muscle screaming, fueled by a primal fear that eclipses all else. The tunnel stretches before her, an endless, terrifying path as her pursuers close in. In the confined space of an underground staircase, a figure scrambles upwards, her terror driving each desperate movement. Her feet pound rhythmically against the worn wooden steps, the sound echoing ominously in the oppressive silence. She takes 2 steps at a time, a frantic ascent fueled by an unseen dread. The old wood groans under the relentless impact, each creak amplified by her escalating terror. The rhythmic pounding and groaning wood create a cacophony of fear, each sound a testament to her desperate flight. Her breath hitches, a silent scream caught in her throat as she continues her terrifying climb towards an unknown escape. Samantha bursts into the attic, gasping for air, her body shaking uncontrollably. Her eyes dart wildly around the dusty, shadowed space, seeking an escape, a hidden corner. She spins around, a desperate blur of motion. With a primal scream, she slams the trapdoor shut. A final, resounding thud echoes through the stillness, sealing her in. Samantha leans against the closed trapdoor, trembling, the silence now a heavy shroud. In the dusty attic, a heavy, antique trunk stands as a formidable barrier. With a surge of strength born from terror, she shoves the trunk over the trapdoor, hoping to barricade it. Her muscles strain, every ounce of her being focused on securing the makeshift barrier. She stumbles backward, the effort draining her last reserves. Collapsing against a stack of boxes, her chest heaves, ragged breaths filling the silence. Fear still flickers in her eyes, a silent scream of desperation etched on her face. In the dusty, silent attic, an oppressive quiet descends, broken only by Samantha's ragged, desperate breaths. For agonizing seconds, nothing stirs, the stillness amplifying her racing heart and mounting dread. A fleeting, insidious thought whispers through Samantha's mind, a seed of doubt taking root. Did she imagine it all? A cruel trick of her own mind in the suffocating silence? In the dusty attic, the silence is suddenly shattered by a slow, deliberate knock from beneath the floorboards. 3 distinct taps echo through the stillness, each one a hammer blow to Samantha's frayed nerves. The sound is muffled, yet unmistakably real, a chilling presence in the quiet gloom. A fresh wave of terror washes over Samantha, her breath catching in her throat. Her eyes dart around the shadows, searching for the source of the insidious sound, her heart pounding. In the dusty attic, Samantha's eyes are wide with unadulterated horror, her body frozen in a terrifying tableau. Her mind races, a frantic, desperate scramble to comprehend the impossible reality unfolding before her. The trapdoor, dark and ominous, seems to pulse with an unseen, menacing energy. A soft, chilling knock echoes from beneath the trapdoor, a sound that shouldn't be possible. Samantha's breath hitches, a silent scream trapped in her throat, as disbelief battles terror. The knock repeats, louder and more insistent this time, shattering the fragile silence of the attic. A deep, resonant knock echoes from below, vibrating through the dusty attic floorboards. The sound is heavier, more deliberate, a chilling reply that seeps into the very air. It confirms a terrifying truth. Whatever lurks beneath is not only present, but aware. A palpable dread settles, the silence now charged with the weight of that sentient presence. In the dusty attic, Samantha clutches the pendant, its once comforting warmth now chilling her skin to ice. Her heart thunders against her ribs, a frantic, escalating rhythm of dread. A terrible realization dawns in her eyes, widening with a dawning horror. The cold metal seems to burn, a shocking contrast to her rising panic. Her breath catches, a silent gasp of understanding and fear. The attic, once a place of forgotten things, now holds a chilling truth. Dust motes dance in a single, eerie sliver of light, illuminating the grimy attic window. A chilling realization freezes me. My family's legacy, this house, was built to be a prison, not a sanctuary. Beneath these ancient floorboards, a dark secret stirs, and I feel a cold dread seep into my very bones. The terrifying certainty washes over me. Whatever lies confined below, it knows my name. Suddenly, the attic trapdoor detonates upwards, wood splintering into a deadly rain of shards. An unseen force slams from below with terrifying power, sending tremors through the floorboards. The heavy trunk, a silent sentinel, skids violently across the dusty attic floor. Chaos reigns as the attic is consumed by the sudden, brutal assault from beneath. A raw, primal scream of terror rips through the silent attic, echoing with Samantha's pure horror. Samantha scrambles to her feet, her heart a frantic drumbeat against her ribs, adrenaline coursing through her. She races toward the attic stairs, a desperate blur of motion fueled by overwhelming fear. Down the creaking stairs she flees, a frantic escape from the unseen terrors of the attic's depths. She flies down the main staircase, her feet barely touching the steps. The entire house begins to shake violently, a terrifying tremor rippling through its very foundations. Plaster cracks spiderweb across the walls, a symphony of destruction echoing through the hallway. Dust rains down from the ceiling, a choking cloud of debris enveloping everything in its path. Objects rattle precariously on shelves, threatening to topple at any moment. The house groans and shifts, each tremor a chilling reminder of impending collapse. Samantha bursts into the kitchen, her eyes wide with a primal, animal panic, her breath catching in her throat. Her trembling hand snatches car keys from the counter with a desperate, frantic swipe, a lifeline in her grasp. The house groans and shudders around her, a living epithet in agony, threatening to collapse at any moment. Sounds of destruction echo from above, a terrifying symphony of chaos closing in, sealing her fate. A sudden, horrifying, splintering sound rips through the kitchen, stopping all movement. The attic floor above begins to crack, ominous lines spreading rapidly across the ceiling. The trapdoor groans and strains, wood tearing as if under immense pressure from below. Something massive forces its way upward, a monstrous presence threatening to burst through the fragile structure. The unseen force relentlessly pushes, the very foundation of the home screaming in protest. Samantha bursts from the house, her breath a frantic mist in the biting night air. She sprints across the frost-kissed lawn, a desperate dash toward the safety of her waiting car. Behind her, the house groans ominously, its very timbers protesting with a visible, terrifying shudder. The structure trembles violently, a collapsing nightmare from which Samantha desperately flees. Under the cloak of night, she reaches for the car door, her hand poised to open it, a moment of fragile peace. A sudden, chilling stillness grips her as an ominous rumble breaks the silence of the street. Dark shadows emerge from the gloom, taking the form of sleek, black SUVs, their presence foreboding. Blinding headlights pierce the inky blackness, cutting through the quiet street with an invasive glare. Her body stiffens, a primal fear seizing her as the silent procession of vehicles rolls closer, trapping her in their glow. SUVs screech to a halt, their engines rumbling menacingly, casting long shadows before my house. Men in dark uniforms spill out, their movements precise and chilling. Their faces are obscured by masks, each bearing the hollow circle symbol, a mark of dread. The air crackles with unspoken threat as they advance, a silent, terrifying invasion. On a desolate street, a masked man speaks into a radio, his obscured face hinting at unseen menace. His voice, chillingly composed, cuts through the silence, a stark contrast to the brewing tension. "The gate has opened," he reports, his words a cold harbinger of impending events, a sinister calm in his voice. He confirms, target located, sealing a fate unknown. A sudden, chilling realization strikes, a jolt of horror through the quiet street. The ominous truth dawns. The ancient order had never truly vanished. They merely waited, lurking in the shadows, their patience an unsettling terror, waiting for a single misstep, a fatal error to unleash their power, waiting for the gate to open, for chaos to claim its due. On a bustling street, an unseen force lurks, poised to strike with terrifying speed. Before a scream can escape her lips, before she can even flinch, a blinding flash erupts from the SUVs. The intense light engulfs her entirely, a brilliant, terrifying explosion that consumes everything. Then, just as suddenly, the world plunges into an absolute, suffocating darkness. The house stands in hushed silence, bathed in the soft, ethereal glow of distant streetlights. The ominous black SUVs that once choked the street are gone, leaving an unsettling, empty expanse. Only a single, chilling remnant of chaos remains. The attic trapdoor, now hanging ominously open. It dangles, splintered and broken, a silent, gaping wound in the side of the once pristine home. A stark, visual testament to the unseen, harrowing events that unfolded within its walls. Hours later, the attic silence is broken only by the open trapdoor, a gaping maw into darkness. The tunnel below yawns empty, no creature stirring within its unseen depths. Samantha is gone, vanished without a trace, leaving only a chilling void behind. On the splintered floorboards, a cold metal pendant gleams, a solitary beacon in the gloom. It pulses with a faint, rhythmic blue glow, a heartbeat of unseen magic in the desolate space. The pendant's eerie light casts long, dancing shadows, hinting at mysteries yet to unfold. The quiet neighborhood is bathed in the soft, flickering glow of streetlights, casting long, dancing shadows. A distant dog's bark echoes through the stillness, an ordinary sound in what has become an extraordinary night. The soft glow of streetlights illuminates the empty streets, creating an eerie calm. Shadows dance and stretch, hinting at unseen movements in the quiet, watchful night. In the oppressive stillness of the attic, each creaking footstep echoes with eerie intensity. A man in a dark coat, his face a mask of grim resolve, emerges through the broken trapdoor. He sweeps a powerful flashlight across the ruined space, its beam cutting through the oppressive darkness. His gaze, sharp and methodical, meticulously searches every menacing shadow. The attic holds its breath as the man relentlessly hunts for what lies hidden within its depths. In the desolate attic, the hollow circle symbol on my metal badge glints, a cold eye in the dim light. I survey the scene of destruction, my face a mask of unreadable resolve. My gaze sweeps over the chaos, taking in every shattered piece of what once was. With deliberate movement, I kneel, my eyes fixed on the weathered trapdoor. A silent tension hangs heavy in the air as I prepare to confront whatever lies beneath. In the attic's dusty gloom, a forgotten world of shadows and memories unfolds. He kneels, his gaze fixed on a glimmering pendant on the floor, a relic from another time. His fingers, trembling slightly, reach out to carefully retrieve the cold metal pendant. He traces the intricate patterns etched into its surface, a silent language of forgotten artistry. His brow furrows, a storm of unease brewing in his eyes as he studies the mysterious artifact. A forgotten memory stirs within him, its echoes rippling through his troubled expression. In the dusty attic, a man's voice, low and gravelly, mutters to himself, stirring the quiet air with secrets. In his hand, a pendant pulses with a faint, otherworldly blue glow. The blue light seems to breathe, a living thing in the dimness. His eyes, shadowed and intense, reflect the mysterious light of the pendant. A single word escapes his lips, a hushed revelation. It's still active. The pendant's glow intensifies slightly, confirming his whispered pronouncement with an eerie pulse. A second man, in a dark uniform, pulls himself into the dusty, cramped attic, his eyes darting nervously. His gaze sweeps the cluttered space, a worried expression etched deeply into his face. The silence is broken by his urgent, hushed whisper. "What about the girl?" His eyes, wide with concern, search the shadows for an answer, the dust motes dancing around him. In the dusty attic, a man stands silently, his face etched with unspoken thoughts. He approaches the gaping maw of a broken trapdoor, a dark void beckoning below. He raises his flashlight, its beam a solitary spear against the encroaching gloom. The light plunges into the tunnel, swallowed whole by the endless darkness. The abyss consumes the beam, leaving only an unsettling blackness. The man remains at the edge, his gaze fixed on the impenetrable depths. A sudden, biting cold seeps into the attic, carrying a distinct, unsettling chill. The air, now almost freezing, drifts ominously from the open tunnel below. An unseen presence makes the ancient attic shiver with an icy, foreboding breath. The pervasive cold grips the space, a silent warning of something sinister approaching. In the dusty attic, the beam of a flashlight cuts through the oppressive darkness. The first man's hand, steady until now, trembles slightly as he withdraws the light from a dark tunnel. A profound weariness settles on his face as he shakes his head, a silent acknowledgement of defeat. His voice, flat and devoid of hope, echoes the stark reality. No sign of her. The air thickens with unspoken dread as he continues. No sign of the entity either. The flashlight beam now rests on the floor, its feeble light illuminating only dust and despair. In the dusty attic, the second man's brow furrows, a deep crease of worry etched on his face. He begins to pace, his steps echoing softly on the worn floorboards, a restless energy filling the space. His eyes dart around the room, sweeping over forgotten relics and cobweb-draped corners. He searches for an invisible sign, a telltale mark that should be there. A frustrated sigh escapes him, his voice heavy with disbelief. "That's impossible. If the gate opened, something should be here. It always leaves a trace," he mutters, his gaze fixed on nothing. In the dusty attic, the pendant held by the first man suddenly flares with an intense otherworldly blue glow. The light pulses, casting dancing shadows across the cluttered space, its intensity growing with each throb. The attic lights above flicker wildly, responding to the escalating power of the luminous amulet. A violent shudder runs through the aged electrical system, making the bare bulbs tremble and spark. The vibrant blue light of the pendant dominates the room, overwhelming the struggling attic lights. Finally, the attic lights dim into a weak, barely there glow, leaving the pendant as the sole source of significant illumination. In the dusty attic, both men freeze, their eyes wide with unadulterated fear, a silent terror gripping them. A low, ominous humming begins, a vibration that subtly courses through the very floorboards beneath their feet. Initially faint, the sound is a barely perceptible tremor, a prelude to something far more sinister. The humming grows, slowly intensifying, its resonance deepening, filling the oppressive attic air. The floorboards now thrum with an unsettling power, the vibration a palpable force against their souls. The sound swells, a deep, resonant growl, consuming the space and amplifying their silent dread. In the dusty attic, a man's hand trembles, knuckles stark white as he clutches a mysterious pendant. The pendant, dull moments ago, now pulses with an unseen, vibrant energy. A violent tremor shakes the pendant, its power threatening to overwhelm his grip. His fingers tighten, a desperate struggle against the surging force within the ancient relic. The air around him crackles, charged with a raw, untamed energy coursing through the vibrating pendant. His eyes widen, reflecting the pendant's intense glow, a mixture of fear and awe on his face. In the dusty attic, a chilling whisper drifts up from the dark, gaping maw of an open tunnel. The sound is faint, almost imperceptible, yet it pierces the silence with an eerie, desperate plea. It is a soft, distant murmur, but its presence is utterly unmistakable, a ghostly echo in the stillness. The unsettling whisper seems to coil in the air, a phantom touch on the skin, a shiver down the spine. Each syllable is laced with an agonizing urgency, a silent scream begging for release. A spectral voice, barely audible, whispers through the darkness, "Help me." In the dusty, silent attic, two masked men stand frozen, their bodies rigid with shock. Their faces, pale beneath their masks, reveal a shared terror, their eyes wide with unspoken dread. The chilling voice, a phantom echo, still reverberates through the heavy air, a haunting presence. It was not the creature's guttural cry. It was undeniably human, a sound of profound horror. Their gazes lock, a silent confirmation of the chilling truth hanging between them. The voice, disturbingly familiar, sounded exactly like Samantha, piercing their very souls. In the dusty attic, the second man takes a hesitant step toward the ominous trapdoor, his face etched with growing dread. His eyes, wide with fear, lock on to his colleague, searching for a shared understanding of the unseen terror. A tremor in his voice, he whispers, "You hear that too, right?" The silence that follows is heavy, amplifying the unspoken fears lurking in the shadows of the attic. In the dusty attic, the first man's eyes are transfixed by the pendant, a silent dread beginning to creep into his expression. He nods slowly, the movement heavy with an unspoken realization as his gaze remains locked on the object. A profound unease, cold and persistent, visibly settles over him, chilling the air around him. His lips part to utter a single, hushed word, barely more than a breath, acknowledging the unsettling truth. "Yeah," he whispers, the word hanging in the stale attic air, laden with a newfound apprehension. In the attic silence, a faint whisper pierces the air, a phantom sound from an unseen depth. The whisper intensifies, growing louder, more desperate, as if echoing from the earth's very core. It morphs into an urgent plea, a chilling cry for help that vibrates through the bones. The unseen voice, now a desperate whisper, begs, "Please, help." The plea reverberates, a ghostly vibration, through the very essence of being, demanding attention. The attic, once still, now pulses with the unseen presence, a chilling call for succor. In the attic's dusty confines, a low, constant hum abruptly ceases, leaving an unsettling void. The sudden, jarring silence descends like a heavy shroud, oppressive and profound. For agonizing seconds, nothing stirs. The air itself seems to hold its breath. Even the dust motes hang suspended, frozen in the profound, unnerving stillness. In a dusty attic, a lone beam of light illuminates a man, his figure silhouetted against the gloom. He holds a pendant, its surface catching the light as an inexplicable force draws his gaze to it. His face, once calm, pales dramatically as he discerns a terrifying, unsettling change within the pendant. A chilling transformation unfolds before his eyes, a silent scream of horror etched across his features. In the dusty attic, an unknown blue glow intensifies, bathing the space in an eerie, otherworldly light. The hollow circle symbol, once inert, now pulses with a dark, swirling mass. The ominous mass moves slowly within the metal ring, like a shadow trapped beneath glass. Its unsettling presence casts long, dancing shadows across the forgotten relics of the attic. The intensifying glow reveals the true, unsettling power now emanating from the ancient symbol. In the dusty attic, a final whisper echoes, but this time, it is chillingly wrong. The whisper is warped, twisted, a sinister sound that prickles the skin. An almost amused tone laces the horrifying whisper, a cruel delight in its inflection. The air grows heavy, charged with an unseen presence as the voice speaks. "You shouldn't have opened the door." The chilling words hang in the silence, a terrifying promise of what is to come. Suddenly, a blinding flash erupts as every light in the house explodes, showering sparks and shattered glass. The attic is plunged into an eerie, suffocating darkness, the silence broken only by the lingering crackle of destruction. A sinister, faint glow emanates from the pendant, a beacon of malevolence in the inky blackness. The air crackles with an unseen energy, the attic now a realm of shadow and unsettling light. The two men spin toward an open tunnel, their faces etched with sudden dread. Their flashlights frantically cut through the inky blackness, revealing only an unsettling, endless void. A colossal shadow writhes within the depths below, a formless, terrifying presence. The beam of light trembles, highlighting the sheer terror in their eyes as the shadow shifts. A silent, primal fear grips them, their breath caught in their throats as the darkness looms. From deep within the earth, a low, guttural chuckle begins to rise, a sound of ancient malevolence. The chilling laughter precisely mimics Samantha's, yet it is grotesquely twisted, demonic in its joy. The sound reverberates, filling the attic with an unholy mirth that seeps into the very bones. It is utterly soul-chilling, a declaration of dark presence that promises untold terror. In the dusty attic, the first man clutches the pendant, its dark core throbbing with an ominous light. His eyes, wide with terror, reflect the horrifying truth of the entity's nature, a chilling realization dawning. A silent scream is etched on his face as he comprehends Samantha's grim fate, sealed by the pulsing artifact. The pendant's dark pulse intensifies, mirroring his mounting horror and the irreversible tragedy. In the dusty attic, the second man stumbles backward, his masked face betraying raw terror. His eyes, wide and frantic, dart about the oppressive darkness, searching for an escape. A chilling, guttural laughter begins to rise from the depths below, echoing through the old house. The malevolent sound swells, engulfing the entire attic, a symphony of pure, unadulterated evil. The laughter vibrates through the floorboards, a terrifying presence closing in. In the attic, the shadows in the tunnel deepen, swirling into ominous forms. The inky darkness coalesces, taking on a more defined, monstrous shape. A chilling aura descends, making the air impossibly cold. The biting cold steals away their breath, leaving them gasping in the frigid air. The monstrous shadow looms, an unspoken terror in the suffocating cold. In the dusty attic, a mystical pendant pulses with an otherworldly glow. The dark shadow within the pendant begins to writhe and swirl with ominous energy. The pendant vibrates violently, threatening to shatter in the hand that holds it. The shadow within accelerates its swirling, consuming an unseen force with terrifying speed. The intense vibration and swirling darkness signal a surge of raw, unleashed power. A faint, guttural roar reverberates through the dusty attic, ancient and immense, shaking the very foundations. The ominous sound intertwines with distorted laughter, a chilling symphony of dread that pierces the silence. The terrifying roar seems to erupt from the very depths of the earth, a primal force unleashed. An undeniable malice permeates the air, a tangible evil that wraps around the listener like a shroud. The unseen presence dominates the space, its terrifying voice a promise of untold horrors yet to come. The old house shudders with a terrifying new intensity, the very air vibrating with unseen forces. Dust and debris rain down from the attic rafters, a gritty snowfall of destruction. The ancient wooden structure groans and creaks, protesting against an immense, invisible pressure. Each strained sound echoes the house's agony, like a living entity under duress. It feels as if a giant unseen hand is squeezing the entire building, threatening to crush it. The violent tremors intensify, a symphony of destruction in the attic's dusty confines. In the dusty attic, the first man clutches the pendant, his knuckles white, his eyes, wide with a grim determination, betray a chilling realization. He takes a hesitant step backward, the air suddenly thick with an unseen dread. A silent terror dawns in his gaze, understanding the horror they have awakened. The weight of their unleashed power settles upon him, a chilling premonition. In the dusty attic, the second man stumbles backward, his face a mask of pure terror, his eyes wide with dread. He fumbles for the trapdoor opening, seeking a desperate escape. His hand stretches out, fingers clawing for the edge, a primal instinct to flee from an unseen horror. The encroaching darkness seems to swallow him whole, its ominous presence intensifying his fear. He struggles against an unseen force, his retreat a frantic, losing battle against the shadows. In the dusty attic, a single, chilling laugh echoes from below, a sinister invitation to the unknown. The solitary laugh multiplies, becoming a distorted chorus, each echo twisting into a taunting sound. This cacophony of unseen entities surrounds them, their laughter a chilling symphony of dread. The attic air thickens with the presence of unseen entities, their taunting laughter a suffocating shroud. In the attic, the tunnel's darkness writhes, an ominous, tangible force. A living shadow, it surges upwards, a silent, menacing wave. From the abyss, the darkness coils, reaching with unseen tendrils. It pulses with an unseen malevolence, a suffocating presence. The air thickens, heavy with the weight of encroaching shadow, a silent, terrifying embrace. The darkness threatens to consume all. In the dusty attic, a blue pendant begins to glow with an ominous, sickly light. Swirling darkness invades the pendant's core, battling the blue light in a silent struggle. The pendant pulses erratically, its light flickering like a dying heart, reflecting chaotic energy. Shadows dance across the attic walls, mirroring the unleashed entity's turbulent power. The air crackles with an unseen force. The pendants glow a beacon of impending doom. In the dusty attic, the first man raises a hand, a silent, grim signal to his companion. His eyes, sharp with unspoken urgency, convey a command to prepare for the looming threat. A palpable tension fills the air, a silent acknowledgement of the ancient evil that stirs. Both men brace themselves, their resolve hardening for the inevitable confrontation. In the dusty attic, the second man, regaining his composure, reaches for his belt. He draws a sleek device, its surface emblazoned with a chilling hollow circle symbol. His grip tightens, knuckles white, as he prepares to unleash its unknown power. A grim determination settles on his face, eyes narrowed, ready for the impending conflict. The air crackles with tension as he braces himself, a silent vow of battle on his lips. The old house groans and trembles, its very foundations shaking under an unseen force. A chilling, malevolent energy fills the attic, pressing in from all sides. Laughter, dark and sinister, echoes through the cramped space, growing louder and more frenzied. Unearthly roars rip through the air, reaching a fever pitch that assaults the senses. The attic, once a quiet storage place, transforms into a terrifying battleground of unseen horrors. From the tunnel's depths, a shadowy mass surges forward, its form beginning to take on a terrifying definition. Grotesque limbs emerge, twisting and stretching into impossible shapes. The entity rises, its stature impossibly tall, filling the attic with its menacing presence. It looms, a horrifying silhouette against the dim light, ready to engulf all in its path. In the dusty attic, the man's knuckles whiten, his grip tightening around the pendant. The pendant's blue light, once a gentle pulse, now fiercely battles the encroaching darkness within its depths. A twisted, chilling laugh echoes, a final promise of terror to come, then fades into silence. The air crackles with an unseen presence, the darkness consuming all. Suddenly, the scene plunges into an abrupt, unsettling blackness.